Mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. Disclaimer: Fair Use Act, education purpose use only. All rights, image, music clips, and other material belong to their respective owner, and we do not claim ownership. Gang, gang. Guess what I'm finna do? Expose them again. Cause don't y'all know when we went to the audio call like this one? Y'all remember when Trey Gang was going to the audio call and I had a hard time to figure out what time this would be actually going on. I tried to knock it 5 hours off. I tried knocking an hour off. I tried even knocking 2 hours off. I just want y'all to see something. Sure it is right now when you hear this. Trust me on this, y'all. Since I know what's on the footage and want some, this gonna be easy to be understand. Oh, let's knock this off. Let's up it 2 hours instead of this at 11:33 in military time. This will be at 1:33. Before I play this, I want y'all to see what's on the footage at 1:31. See this? 1:31. Who you see? And listen to this.
When you guys are done, 1 from 6 on.
Watch this, y'all.
601 from 609. Go ahead. When you guys are done up there, just meet me where the cameras are, please, or where I'm watching the footage. We are just about approaching. All right, simple.
That's at 1:33. If that's at 1:33, my suspicious is confirmed when I'm like, man, these folks working with the police. And the police on the walkie-talkie at the same time with these bastards on the footage. Did you hear what the police officer said? What they will be doing when Bree walk in the lobby? Check this out. Let's go. Let's skip it back a little bit. Let
me know if you see me, if this is the other room you were talking about. No, it's the room directly to the west. All right, 10-4.
That's the room to the left. This at 1:31.
Go on, did you see me? Yes, that's the room they were speaking of.
Whoa!
Everything 10-4 in this room.
Everything 10-4 in this room.
10-4.
Boom. Guess what time we see Kenneka in the lobby? Ooh wee. Hold on, y'all. Look. Hold on, y'all. Let my internet catch up. I'm on the Obama plan, you know what I'm talking about? So, you know, I'm gonna have little slow runs in it. But y'all see this? Look. Look at it like this now. If you've been following the Kenneka Jenkins case, you know Miss Teresa always was like, yeah, the Rosemon's so corrupt and stuff. They covering up my daughter case. And then we find out how they covered it up because what your role was at one sum. This at one sum, you got the police saying this. If you got Kenneka coming in the lobby meeting up with the dude, the police saying they gonna be on the rooftop or at the car garage with binoculars. And guess who they gonna be with? Family members. That's who they gonna be with family members. Look, if you wanna see some real police, FBI, federal operation when they working with gang members to set something up, cause you know these people are part of the Illuminati and Freemasonry and Eastern Stars, and they got a hotel to do this stuff at, right? Look what this sound like. Can we all agree? Before I play this video, keep it time. Just we know this at 1 o'clock, right? At 1:12. Thumb me up if we agree if this at 1:12. Thumb me up if you agree with me, but like Trey ain't said there's Kenneka in the lobby. I'ma go along. There's Kenneka in the lobby at one some. Because they look like Kenneka. But they got a video of her coming to the back exit. Trey ain't explained that. Like, oh. Now check this out. This the cold part about it. Everybody trying to figure out, like, why would the police cover all of this up if the family got something to do with this? It would make sense to us. Like, damn, you know, the police hate us. You know, they racing and stuff. Not necessarily you a part of that Illuminati and Freemasonry and helping. Sacrificing your kids. And that's why Zaria mama now arguing with her stepmama, talking about the insurance money. To my bitch, I ain't get the money yet, bitch. Where the fun? Can I get the Chanel purse and all this? You know, they arguing now on that motherfucker. I got people in my inbox like, Trey Gang, you need to talk about it, Zara. You see what her mama doing and all this? I'm like, I see it. Let them fight it out. Cause when they get tired, and that's when you hit them with that payout tea, you know what I'm talking about? They already said too much. They already said too much. It's all about life insurance. Look at it like this here. This is a life insurance policy in play. This is a life insurance in play for murder. To sacrifice her, get the organs, and you're gonna get life insurance, right? Watch this shit, bruh. This. Look, if y'all did some research, what I done did. If I tell you, be like, man, look, that's the new thing now. You know what I'm saying? If you want to set one of your family members up before you set them up, put them on life insurance, and you know what I'm saying, and guide them. You know what I'm saying, and try to, you see what I'm saying? Watch where the police will be. So check this out. Can we all agree? If I say, look at this timestamp, they saying this at 11:30. But we know if you put it like this here. This timestamp, bump it up 2 hours. Cause y'all know this at 1 something. You bump this down 2 hours. Bump this up 2 hours. You see what I'm saying? It's like a negative and positive. You know what I'm saying? Once you be like, oh, I just need to bump this up 2 hours and bump this down around 2 hours, and look what this shit finna look like when King Rod talking about, yeah, they working with the police. Then you got Kilo Brown say, yeah, the police were there. Then you got the police talking about, yeah, I'm out there with binocular with family members looking on the 11th floor. And guess who they'll be seeing getting off on those floors? The best friend. Cause nigga in the parking lot. That's the whole purpose why they will be in the fucking parking lot. In the parking lot, bro. Watch this shit. I'm finna play this video. Do this make sense now? If you look at this at 1:31, I'ma play this video at 1:12. Cause now this can be off like 5-10 minutes. It's still one song. Just say like when Bree said she came in the hotel at 3:31, and it's actually 1:31. But when she was like, when they tracked the phone down, was like, well, you know, you entered the hotel at 3:10, and just say it will be 20 minutes off. You see what I'm saying? Off that 1 o'clock theory, and she actually came in at 1:10. So if you put, man, this shit finna get deep, bro. Man, this shit finna get deep. Look what this finna sound like. Do this sound like the police is in the parking lot seeing Kenneka getting beat, and they keeping track of the best friend at the same time? Cause that's who the one that's gonna be on the 13th floor. Check this out. I'm gonna mute my microphone on this one, gang.
601 from 609. Go ahead. When you guys are done up there, just meet me where the cameras are, please, or where I'm watching the footage.
They watching footage.
We are just about approaching.
Boy, they approaching.
All right, simple.
It's finna go down. Watch this. That's at 1:33 now. That's at 1:33. Look at Franz Camp. Boy, he on the move.
601, 101.
Look.
601, 101. Go ahead. Are you outside?
That police said, are you outside? Look what time this will be. 1:23. Now keep this in mind, you gotta pay attention to this shit. If this said 1:23, this is why I'm showing y'all the footage. Cause he said, then the police said they outside. Check this out. If the police said they outside, look what's on the footage. I'ma leave it at that, gang. If that's at 1:23, look what's on the footage at 1:16. Then when you go back to Tay Zonday, y'all remember what Tay Zonday said what was going on at 1 in the morning? And I still got that video saved. Yeah, the police were there. Yeah, they were with the friends and shit. And then they was all in the pool area. The pool was closed. Oh. This what got the YouTubers hot when I started making content, cause I was like, man, look, y'all, I believe these people working with the police, bro. Cause these people said they came from a party out west. Check this out. This how smart I was. This was 5 years ago when I was going live. I was like, look, y'all. If everybody's statement saying they came from a party out west, and this was at 1 something, you know, so this is why everybody will be arriving at the hotel at 1 something. So I was like, well, look, you got police cameras in the neighborhood. Those cameras don't work and show you like, okay, they got police cameras in the neighborhood. It's police cameras shining on their block. You mean to tell me in investigation you can't confirm, but like, well, look, this where they came from. They would show you like, well, damn, well, Well, Drake ain't hitting on to something because they got police cameras on Kenneka block. They can show you that everybody that was at the house, what they did all that day and everything. You see what I'm saying? It was something going on in that motherfucking pool area round about this time. Cause if you think about it right now, that one something, this how she finna get in the pool area. This is why check this out. Then Mitch Teresa said, I believe Rosemont Police Department and Crown Plaza helped kill her daughter. How many of y'all heard Mitch Teresa say that? I don't just want to play that video and get off track, but everybody heard that, right? Tell me why Mitch Teresa said, Mitch Teresa said, yeah, I believe Rosemont and the police dog, Rosemont and the staff help. She said, help, killed my daughter. She said, help, like, why would you say help? Like, they was a part of this shit. You know what I'm saying? That means you saying help, they got, everybody got to be there then, right? What this sound like now when you match a timestamp up with the police footage? Look what's happening.
413.
Alright, 10-4, you want to come up there now? They're trying to figure out if they can pinpoint exactly which room.
Kenneka out that hotel at 117.
101 will be heading up to 94. 10-4.
Don't go for this 8 o'clock shit right here. Don't go for that. That's out of sequence. Keep it at 1 something, like at 110. Now this is 1.
The same party from the Crown Plaza just called back saying they need to see you guys. They potentially know what room she's in now.
Whoa! So look, all of this go back to Zaria at 1 something. Cause you gotta think about it. If this all is set up, Zaria supposed to be playing Kenneka, so they're gonna keep track of Kenneka at once. Well, they're gonna keep track of Kenneka and the Zaria right about this time, cause that's when she supposed to come up missing, and the police orchestrating this shit. Cause they said, yeah, we right here with the cameras and we watching it and ready to roll, Jack. Pow! Pow! Look. Check this out. This the scene when Zach got 1 million views off when Gina McGill called him, be like, yeah, Zach, those people with the luggage, they there for body parts. But look what time this is. Kenneka just left out that motherfucker, bruh. Listen to this shit. That's why look, that's why y'all remember all straight dropping them? They pointed these people out right here, that lady and her son, and said, yeah, they was coming from the pool area. They should have never said no shit, even mention the pool area, cause they were like, yeah, that little boy, y'all, they were going to the pool area because that's the little boy, he got a floating device, and put everybody on the pool area. You see what I'm saying? That's why she came up, and that's why she in the police investigation reports, cause she a part of it, they a part of it. You see what I'm saying? Look at this shit.
10-4. 101. 619, we head that way. I'm at here. We're gonna get the signatures, so I'll head that way when I'm done. Yeah, 10-4, 101 and 619 in a row.
We still have them on the phone. Can we just advise them not to go up to the room to wait for us?
10-4, I'll give them a call back. They said that they believe that she's on the 11th floor through the window that they were looking at.
Keep this in mind. Won't Lyra, check this out. This how you finna bust Lyra ass up. Cause then Lyra said, yeah, I told them. It's somebody, I called the police back and I said, look, it look like it's a struggle on the 11th floor. Do you remember that? Ooh. So that means she gonna be with the police when they had the binoculars. Cause they said I got the binoculars. Ooh wee. It ain't looking so good right now, y'all. This shit ain't looking good right now. Oh, remember that little Nora? She said, yeah. I told him it looked like, I pointed up there, it looked like a struggle on the floor. Uh-oh. Guess what? If you got Kenneka in the parking lot and Zaria walking the halls, that's why Eugenia had to die. Now you got two girls. Kenneka, allegedly supposed to be walking in the freezer, and the car wreck on the west side. Put that together. And listen to this shit. Do it match up now?
Alright, 10-4.
I opened up that original missing persons call, so we'll be going to that now.
One at the top.
10-4.
Now y'all see that call came in at 1:18. What time Kenneka left out that motherfucker? Listen to this shit.
600 at the ground plaza.
600, 10-4.
Y'all see that? Kenneka would be in the parking lot getting assaulted at this time, and Man would be coming in that bitch. So why you think the police ain't responding back to this shit?
Hey, Sarge, I'm gonna go look at the cameras real quick.
That's why you heard the police in the room with him. At 119, you heard the police in the room at a party. Again, let me rewind it. Let me rewind the show and listen to it.
Hey, Sarge, I'm gonna go look at the cameras real quick.
Man, you got police in the room. So when King Raw was telling everybody, yeah, when we was in the room, the police was in the room, we was drinking and smoking with us too. Mike Savage, hi y'all, they were watching this shit go down. Uncle Fed, man, time out, somebody fit the description of Kenneka in that window. Man, look. Check this out, Uncle Fed. Let's watch the video and see what she got. Now, look. If this at 126, and we already see Man coming in. Look, they even stopping at the front desk. Asking her, like, what they would need to be asking the front desk about. Now, watch this shit.
Negative.
The hotel stated, the front desk told me that there was officers there earlier talking to them about this missing 19-year-old, but I'm not showing any cards punched for it. Alright, I started.
This person was
101 will all be 10A with an incident report.
101, 10-4.
So check this out. Y'all remember Miss Teresa told the radio station about the missing person report? Look at the missing person report was already in play before the setup. And when she forgot to put her name on the missing person report, boy, this shit finna expose everything. Look.
actually Rosemount 101 just to do a supplemental to that original call.
And they said 1244.
10-4, so you just want to close this one out with the CAD?
Yeah, I don't know if you open up a new car, but you're just going to do a sub to the original call.
That's why Miss Teresa read the pocket ticket at 136. If you look, check this out. Let's scratch that pocket ticket that said that was on the 6th. Let's say that was on the 9th at 136. Boy, you just opened up a whole can of worms, right? So that means Miss Teresa gonna be there. Kenneka gonna be there with her brothers, Liver Northern them, everybody. With Smacks, cause Smacks got a pocket tickets at 137. And that's when they show up on the footage. Look.
10-4. 101 found property report.
Go ahead.
9550 William Street Garage. Meet up with Auxiliary Corporal Roland about a wallet that he found.
10-4. On 101 from 601.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we could do that anytime throughout the night. Please go to 51 and get this supplemental narrative done, please.
10-4. On 619, Tango 123.
10-4.
Yeah, 101 from 601 on that river intersection.
10-4.
(101) 201, an unwanted subject.
101.
201.
101 201, unwanted subject, 5440 River Road, 5440 River Road, Crown Plaza. It's going to be for a female black wearing a black sweater and blue jeans.
Let me skip this part because I don't want nobody to get confused to what I'm trying to put out. We got to stick to one song.
101, go ahead.
Did we get a call?
Look, here we go. Let's stick to one song. All right. What we going with? 153? 157. 157.
158, when you meet us in the lobby, just make sure you reach grab hand light.
Meet in the lobby. 157? Shit.
Go ahead, 156. 158 from 156. When you guys meet us in the lobby, just make sure you grab a hand light off the rig. 10-4.
So it went down. So now when it went down, right, they got to cover it up now. Oh, I see what's going on.
On what tonight?
201, 10-4.
Come on, stick to one song. We need to stick to one song on the footage. Not this one.
201, show me how the Crown Plaza on follow-up.
201, 10-4.
Oh, they go Bree Bree. Check Bree Bree out. Look how, that's why Bree Bree will be coming in at 1:30.
On 10.
201, 10-4.
One 23.
101, 10-4. That female subject was last seen on the 9th floor.
10-4.
Man, we need to stick to one song.
201.
Let's stick to one song, gang. Anything they saying
40
23, they will be at one song.
And any in-town calls, give me the heads up before and we'll make a decision at the time. But no recall at this time. No recall.
Message received.
Now look, now y'all see why he would be coming
Rosemont
in at 132?
169.
132. So look at this.
Message received.
I'ma just let them motherfucker play. So you can see what the surveillance footage shows.
156.
Oh, we at 153.
Go ahead, 156.
Yeah, they're not getting anything downstairs. They're gonna come up right now and call you.
What?
Message received. Show 156 and 158 will both be in service on the air. We'll be out at Crown Plaza.
The regional Uncle Tool will have a police radio as well.
Man, them folks
Message
working together,
received.
bro. Is that why we always heard a scream at 156? And if you go back to the back door entry, guess where everybody gonna be at the back door round about this time. That's a perfect time to hear a scream when the police there with these people in the pool area. Let me do it again. What time y'all see everybody at the back door? When it was round about this time?
Message received.
I'll be 10 close it out with an incident.
201, 10-4.
Stallion 13 to 169. Go ahead, sir. Just come to the rear of the, by the loading dock and stage back there.
Trey Gang got the biggest receipt in the world. Check this out, y'all. Watch this. Trey Gang got the biggest receipt in the world. Everything what you heard was at one song. Guess what time this will be? 2:30. And guess what the police said? Stage in the back dock area. Then won't Kenneka be in the pool area at 2:30? Cause look, when I told y'all I seen people running in the footage. Cause look, when I told y'all I seen people running in that footage, I mean, they documented that shit. 2:34, large group of people, male and black, Red Hawk jersey. Right here, clear as day. Man, them folk watched the hit. That's why they said stage in the parking lot at 2-something. And that's when Miss Teresa lawyer said, Miss Teresa was there. And Miss Teresa said, when I got the call at 4:34, knocked 2 hours off, 2:34. That's why her story, yup. That's how they was getting away with it. You gotta knock the timestamp off 2 hours. If you knock the footage off 2 hours, so everything gonna be off 2 hours. And if you go to everybody's statements, you solve the case. Cause everybody said, yeah, I was in the room at 1-something. Yeah, since the police was so dumb and they need to be drug tested, why would you have the kids saying they was in the room at 1-something and they came from a party out west and left Kenneka after the question and be like, well, Kenneka was with y'all on the footage. Look, check this shit. Do this make sense now? They got this shit highlighted in red and Trey ain't telling y'all, look, Kenneka was in the pool area at 1-something. You heard what the police saying, we need binoculars, and they with the family members, and they talking about a struggler on the 11th floor. All of this fit the same timestamp at 1-something. So look, at some point in time, they all saw her. This your proof right here. Anything that's dealing in red is dealing with Kenneka. The police highlight and say anything red is dealing with Kenneka. It made it so much easier because you be like, well, at 2:30, a large group of males and you know what I'm saying, Black Hawk jersey, boom, 1:30, everybody will be entering the hotel and heading towards South Hall. 2 female black enter the South Hall and sit in the lobby. This at 2:30. So if all of this going on at 2:30, going on 3 o'clock, don't this make sense now? If you look at this at 2:29, not the 10th, but September 9th at 2:29, what it sound like?
Come through Otto, though. Come through Otto. Avoid the front of the building. Just come to the rear of the, by the loading dock and stage back there. Come through Otto, though. Come through Otto. Avoid the front of the building.
Don't you see how it went from watching from the binoculars with the family members into all of a sudden Avoid audio, avoid the building, come through audio, stage in the parking lot, and this said 229.
Just come to the rear of the, by the loading dock and stage back there. Come through auto, though. Come through auto. Avoid the front of the building. Just come to the rear of the, by the loading dock and stage back there. Come through auto, though. Come through auto. Avoid the front of the building.
10-4.
Rosemount Battalion 13. I'm going to get rid of this fire portable. I'll be on the police stand for a minute.
Now you understand why they saying get rid of the fire portable at 443. If they talking about getting rid of cameras and fire portals and all of this at 443. It went from we in the parking lot watching the binoculars with the family. It went from, you know, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, avoid the parking lot. And they think, you know, yeah, we need to get rid of these cameras.
No.
Our message received. One 156.
We're with. We're in route.
Message received.
Rosemount 156, back in quarters.
Message received.
Truck 158, back in quarters.
Message received.
Riv the gap. Go ahead, sir. Can you come out here and meet Deputy Chief Kenneka and the detectives about that?
So this would be at 3 o'clock, 3:13 in the morning. Oh, and if I show y'all what's on the footage at 3:13 in the morning, look what this footage would show. At 3:13 in the morning. Oh, wait a minute.
Camera. Master receiver, you guys back in the same and the detectives about that. Camera. Can you come out here and meet Deputy Chief Kenneka and the detectives about that. Camera. Master receiver, you guys back in the same area? I'm going.
That sounds like he would be in the freezer at 225. Oh, Don't that sound like he would be in the freezer at 2:25 on September the 9th?
.301, everything 10-4?
Negative. I have that subject in the kitchen in a freezer. She is frozen solid. Here. Oh, fuck. 301 here. Oh, fuck.
301, everything 10-4?
Negative. I have that subject in the kitchen in a freezer. She is frozen solid.
10-4, 600.
301 here. Oh, fuck.
301, everything 10-4?
Negative. I have that subject in the kitchen in a freezer. She is frozen solid.
10-4, 600.
600 copies, make notifications, Rosemont. 601, you copy?
Jerry, what kitchen you in? I'm in the rear by the dock. Jerry, what kitchen you in? I'm in the rear by the dock. Jerry, what kitchen you in? I'm in the rear by the dock area, by the garbage. .600 from 601.
Good.
Can I get 201 here? We got 2 batteries and the ambulance is requested.
Uh-oh. Look what time that would be.
Somebody follow them. Strike patient. They're going to keep cuffed. Not in custody, but they're requesting a patrol to follow, so at least against the ambulance.
10-4, he's en route. 201, you copy?
10-4.
Myself and 59 back in town. We'll be 10-7.
So when you think about when Leonora dropped Bree them off at her house while the mammy was at the hotel, that's when they was staging the goddamn crime scene of Eugenia Walker. There were 2 girls, Kenneka Jigga and Eugenia Walker. There 2 girls that died that night. And when it come to it, Tony and Vet Evans was ratting them out, and that's why the police had to put her in protective custody. That's why Mitch Reese said, I got to call at 434. So check this out. You don't think Mitch Reese, you don't think they would have passed the car wreck? Hello. On the way to Rosemont, hello. You got to take that script. This is crazy. Look.
.169 location staged in the back.
Message received.
Rosemont from 158.
158.
Can you give me the case number for this call on Crown Plaza?
Patrol number is going to be 24677, 24677.
10-4, 24677.
That's correct.
Rosemont, ambulance 169, we're clear at the scene. Returning, scene's handed over to Rosemont Public Safety Police.
Message received.
One 169.
169's en route.
Yeah, just stage in the front parking lot by the canopy for now.
10-4. Rosemont 158, 1023.
158, message received.
Where you guys at?
Rosemont.
1455.
You get any noise complaints at the front of the Crown Plaza? We're out here. Just give me a heads up.
10-4.
Rosemont 169 en route.
Got safety protocols? Grainger has the safety pros to call. Shop our vast inventory of safety products at Grainger.com. Call, click, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You're not going to believe what happened. Tell me everything. I'll show you on Monday.com. So I started the biggest initiative of the quarter. I did everything.
Check this out, y'all. When I say, man, look, the whole time, look at it like this here. For all the people that had the footage, YouTubers, notice this. See this when friends came, look. Ain't this suspicious? If this said 3:22, what the police frequency said at 3 round about this time? We just heard it. Look, we just heard it. Let's go to this.
Just come to the rear of the, by the loading dock.
Hold on. That's 2 o'clock. I need to go to her.
It's on 20.
Watch this.
55 Rosemont.
1455.
You get any noise complaints at the front of the Crown Plaza? We're out here. Just give me a heads up.
Oh, it this said one. Hold on. This said 333. This said 322. Look. French K-Con. Everybody gets up when French K-Con. Everybody gets up with French K-Con. And then look, when everybody gets up with French K-Con, look how the police will be still in the room. You can hear them party going.
Crown Plaza.
55.
You get any noise complaints at the front of the Crown Plaza? We're out here. Just give me a heads up.
So look, you got police communicating with people in the room. So this like police officers gonna be whatever room they is on the floor. They already know Zaria walking the hall, and they already know Kenneka got beaten up. So you got police stationed at the parking lot, the front parking lot, and the back parking lot. Whoa! That's a police operation. Have a couple of police officers in the room communicating, and have police officers in the parking lot when they go down and shit, and have police officer already in the basement in case they come in communication with her. Why would the police say that? You don't see that set up from one. If you mean Tim, you don't see this set up from Kenneka done went in the lobby from one some, and 2 hours later you get this shit. Boom. She in the freezer. And then these people said, we clear out the scene, we give it back to Rosemont police officers, cause that's the paramedics. The paramedics like, yeah, we gonna give it back to the scene to y'all, so Rosemont gonna have investigation of the scene, right? What this look like? Organ harvesting? Organ harvesting at its finest?
10-4.
Rosemont 169 en route.
That's why the ambulance will be confirming. When they pull up, when the ambulance showed up, they trying to confirm, yeah, she dead. When they confirmed that she, ooh, and this said Tucson, man, look, the whole time, have y'all, do y'all notice, like, everybody checking in at the front desk before they leave? Yeah, hey, buddy. So when the news was like Kenneka walking in the hallways at 3-some, so when the news show y'all that allegedly Zaria walking in the hallways at 3-some, it would be around about this time. At 3-some in the morning, right? And then you got the police. Like I said, so you go to Miss Teresa call. Watch how this finna make sense, cause I show everybody he got coffee cups and everything. They coming out the kitchen at 3-some. Don't it make sense? We like, damn, that's why the police will be able to take pictures of Kenneka laid flat on her back. She already died. I want to say at least an hour or two. That means that's why they had to sit her up against the wall, cause rigor mortis set in the legs. That's why the legs can still be posted up and make it look like she still froze. Look what you see in the lobby. Check this out. You heard what the police said at 3:33. So now look, you got him and this motherfucker with the coffee cup. That's the crazy part about it. Cause people, when Kenneka Jenkins case first hit, everybody want to know how that coffee cup get in there, and that's what everybody will focus on. Cause man, that coffee cup gonna show you the truth. Look what the coffee cup show now. Once you find out the truth, it show you who will lead the motherfucker. At 3-something in the morning when the police, look, watch where he finna go with that. Bam, watch this. Just check everything out. If you check this out, like what you said, the police wanted to arrest Leonora and say, yeah, you had something to do with it. Why you think Leonora mentioned that? Listen to what we found out. If Leonora was the last one that was in contact with her sister and the best friend, right? And the best friend, once you go back to the phone record, you're gonna be like, damn, the best friend was texting Kenneka, the sister was texting Kenneka, and Bree was texting Kenneka, all in the same time frame. They were texting Kenneka because she was on her way to the hotel with her brother Nim and smacks her. That's why Bree said he smacks her. Smacks, you know what I'm talking about? So now look. So what they did was, this is what they did. Since all of that's going down at 1-something in the morning, they cut the timeline and was like, this, check this out. If when this case was hot, nobody won't even think about watching this footage because this at 5-something. Why would the public even watch the footage? Right about this time, Kenneka already in the freezer. That's what they knew. Like, man, look, the public just focusing on how she got in freeze. So guess what you going on? 3 o'clock mode, right? 3 o'clock mode. And then guess what? It didn't work because everybody like, well, look, guys, man, look. I don't believe she walked in that freezer. I don't even believe that's her. Everybody said that. Coincidentally, everybody said that. Like, man, I don't believe that's her. I don't even believe, you know, what these folks telling her. So, once you find out what's really going on at 3 o'clock and heard the police statements at 3, this will be the truth. That's why Leonora had to say, we got 5 more of the video. And y'all remember when the trolls used to come in? Not just regular trolls, but the trolls from the family. You know what I'm saying? When they come in, you know what I'm saying? And be like, man, yeah, you know, Trey Gang, let me tell you something, Trey Gang. And I'm like, I'm listening, you know what I'm talking about? You know, round 3 o'clock, right? I'm like, okay, round 3 o'clock. Cause this the real 3 o'clock. If you go to this 3 o'clock, this is what you finna get at this 3 o'clock. Hold up. This is what you finna get at this 3 o'clock when the public don't know what's going on. Hold up, wait a minute. Ooh, speaking at Tucson. Can we all agree this at Tucson? Cause guess what the audio said at Tucson? Boy, this shit finna get crazy. This finna get crazy. This would be the same time when the lawyer said Miss Teresa was in contact with security talking about checking the cameras. Ain't that's what T.Y. doing? Cause he got a statement like, yeah, I want to see the camera. Miss Teresa will be there. Hold up, look. Check this out. This why Leonora said, We got 5 more other videos that she was in the room. She just sitting there. The manager, knocked on the door. Kenneka was the first one that came to the door. You remember that lie? Do you remember that lie? Right? Look what the footage show. And guess what the news reporter asked her? Let me know, it's a video that we need to be concerned that's going on Facebook with a girl with a white tee, you know what I'm saying, had a knife in her hand, and yeah, I saw that video. Yeah, I saw that video. What? And she said that video was circling around one something. This an hour later. So once you go back to one something when Kenneka met up with that dude in the lobby, where the fuck you think she coming from? This white chick. Oh shit. Guess what Living Note said? Yeah, if she was working with the hotel, the police didn't tell us. What you mean the police didn't tell you? Cause come on, stop it. There goes security. Now this at Tucson. This the dumbest shit French K ever did. You snitch and said, yeah, I saw Kenneka around in the room around 12 something. She could be in the room around 12 something. And you said you saw her on the bed drunk. I mean, well, not drunk, but sleep. And she had all her clothes on at 12 something. He lied. Cause Kenneka in the lobby at 1 something. Fully coherent. No drugs. If Kenneka didn't drink and don't do drugs, she ain't gonna be staggering in the lobby. But she walked in that lobby, walking straight, ain't staggering. See what I'm saying? Now that's at 1 something. Now, when French K said, yeah, round, I don't know, Trey Game, but maybe an hour or two later. When he said an hour or two later, that what really made me mad, because I'm like, damn, why you can't give me a specific timestamp? You see what I'm saying? And can verify what I'm thinking. So it was like they knew what I was thinking. They knew I was close to it. So that's why he was like, look, Trey Game, from 12 o'clock. He said, I don't know. I don't remember much, Trey Game, but an hour or two. So they're going to go back to 1:30 to 2:30, right? So 1:30, what you see on the footage? Kenneka in the lobby meeting up with a dude. 2:30, what you see on the footage? French Cave in the lobby with them. 2:30. He said, yeah, Kenneka was in the pool around about this time. I said, oh, okay. Oh, I see the fuckery now. Oh, I see the real fuckery, bro. So, when he gave me the letter, you gotta understand where I was coming from. Cause I'm looking at this timestamp like this would be at 3 in the morning. Cause I knocked it 1 hour off. Look what this will be showing at 3:20. Everybody in the lobby. Right? I even went with the original timestamp. Well, this at 4:20. Why Miss Teresa talking about she got the call at 4:34 talking about bringing the car? None of the narrative made sense to me. That's why I stood 10 toes down on this shit, bro. Cause I'm like, well, look, I'm looking at everybody's point of view. I try to look at his point of view, her point of view, Bree point of view, his point of view, his point of view. Cause I'm like, when I watch this scene, I'm like, something ain't right with this scene. You got peace and we can't find the security. Where was you at when we were looking for her? And everybody claiming they last saw her at 2 something. Guess what they were last saw her at 2 something? In the pool area. Go back to this call. Listen to what the police said. At 2 something. with this footage, you will see why they be like, stage in the back, dot, please. Yeah, void audio, goddamn, stay away from that area. Yeah, can we come get the chief out here about the old cameras? Can we take these junk down? You know what I'm about? Mm-hmm. So look what the footage would actually show at 2:20. So when Leonora was like, we got 5 more other videos, look who she was protecting. Cause if you focus in watching the videos, the TY video, you watching her still in the room. Talking about manager at the door. And goddamn it, Leonora, what she did cause what they did, Leonora dropped that video, bruh, before they could even release the footage. And they had to force them with the timestamp, bruh. Man, y'all better change the time on this shit. Look what it looked like at 2:22. Remember what the news said? Yeah, she was stumbling out the room. And they showing Zari the whole time of Kenneka roaming the hall for an hour. Then she didn't even roam the hall for an hour. Zari didn't roam the hall for an hour. Look where they all going. Tucson. If you listen to what the police said in Tucson, that's why Shamaya gotta walk it talking. Man, my right hand to God, bro, if this shit don't get views on that conversation alone, that's why Shamaya had walking talking. In her sleeves and shit. Like, why she, you know, we know it's clearly obvious that you talking on a walking talking, but we didn't understand why would you have a walking talking? Who gave it to you? Listen to the police report, you will see why everybody will be heading down toward that area. Cause when they say, can you come down in this area where we at in the basement? Guess who else going down there? Family and friends. Fuck you talking about. Trey gang slicing and body blowing some shit, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? And that letter Friends Cat gave me, man, I can read it right now all over again and match it with this. Matter of fact, probably what I need to do. Hold on, do I gotta pull it up? Nah, I ain't gotta pull it up. But keep this in mind. This is why Miss Teresa said when she got the call at 4:30, this how Miss Teresa tried to protect Leonora at 4 something. Cause Miss Teresa said, I got the call at 4:34. And I was in my bed, you know, I just had breast surgery and all this. Cause guess what? Leonora was already there with her sister, right? And then look, at 4 something, they at Leonora house. So Miss Teresa was like, yeah. And keep this in mind, before this 4 o'clock, you gotta think about 2:30. Cause that's when Miss Teresa was notified by security 2 something. We gonna watch the video and see where Kenneka headed to. You will never understand what they were talking about until you figure out that motherfucking timestamp and be like, that's why Miss Teresa calling the hotel. That's why they had to drop Bree, y'all. That's why they had to drop all they ass, y'all. They had to leave with Leonora. Now one of them got Miss Teresa keys, bro. Now one of them got Miss Teresa keys. That was the whole trick. Make it look like Bree got the key, cause you know what I'm saying, they got to explain how the car got to the house, right? How you gonna have to explain how the car get to the house? You know what I'm saying? If you on the footage at Tucson, right? And Miss Teresa, well, we got to explain the key situation. Why would you think they had to say Bree had drove the car back? Bree never drove no motherfucking car back. I used to think that, cause you know I'm like, yeah, Bree would have the key. They made sure to tell y'all Shamaya can't even drive. Monifa can't even drive. Bree the only one that can drive though, you know, so she gonna have the keys. No. The best friend gonna have them motherfucking keys. Best friend gonna have those motherfucking keys. And once they pull the hit off of Kenneka, that's why Leonora had to drop them off back at the house. So Leonora gonna be at the house with Shamaya, Bree, Neil. They're gonna be with the police investigation and everything. While Miss Teresa at that hotel talking about, yeah, I got pictures of Kenneka in my phone. Have anybody seen her? Playing the role. That's why you never saw Leonora with the mama showing in the lobby early in the morning to me, hey, my sister was here this morning. You see what I'm saying? Look, you supposed to see the daughter. If Miss Teresa was in the bed sleep, she never said nothing about when I got the call and say Kenneka missing. The first thing I was like, Leonora, wake up. They said they can't find Kenneka. None of that. It was no reaction. Be like, yeah, nothing about Leonora in that reaction mode, because Leonora already at that hotel. So look, when I play this video right here, look at this.
I hear, but they called me like about 3-something in the morning.
Oh, this finna hit different. Listen to Miss Teresa call, starting off from 1-something. Check it out, y'all. This shit crazy. This crazy, bro. Like what you said, Callie, are you saying, oh, now the call saying 3-something? Look what the footage showing what they were doing at 3-something on the footage with the maintenance man, with T.Y., with Monique and them. This at 3-something in the morning.
Where's the address of your emergency?
Yes, I'm at the Crown Plaza at O'Hare Airport, and I was.
And I bet you this call was at 5:14 in the morning, cause that's why Miss Teresa said, yeah, when I dropped y'all off, I made it to the hotel around 5-something, and everybody was like, damn, you made it up there at 5-something in the morning. Why Monique and them would still be on the footage at 5-something in the morning? You see what I'm saying? Why would Monique and them would still be on the footage at 5-something in the morning? It never made sense. It never made sense. So if you look at this 2 hours off, look at this at 5:14 when she made the call, because the police already said, look, can you check the old camera? We already heard the missing person report before this call. That's the crazy part about it. That's why Leonora forgot to check this out. That's why Miss Teresa had to mention Leonora forgot to sign her name on the missing person report. Cause that was before 5 o'clock September the 9th. September the 9th. And I don't want to sound so crazy, bro, because I done did so much research. And man, look, my people came to me be like, man, Trey Gang, you moving too fast. I'm like, man, what you mean? He like, man, look, you moving too fast. You done dig so much research, right? You trying to get the people to understand. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to get the folks to understand. He was like, man, you dropping so much on it. You got to realize they ain't hip to the timestamp like you hip. You could figure this timestamp out, right? And figure that out and figure this out. You can't dump it all on them at one time because they ain't gonna understand. Like, well, this timestamp got to explain this timestamp, and they got to explain that timestamp and this timestamp. Then you got to go to the footage and the call, and this was explain this and all this. The people ain't hip to it because you could tell them, be like, oh yeah, look at this. This at 2:25. And you finna get likes and views on that. You know, yeah, 2 and like. But if you get the public, be like, well, look, if this at 2:25, look what 3 hours later what Miss Teresa would be saying. Look at
Calling
this.
because my daughter came to to a party here last night, a gathering with her friends, and now her friends, they said that they left on the front of the hotel and she's not able to be found now. She's 19 years old.
And you said that and you said the Crown Plaza at O'Hare Airport?
Yes, and they said that when her friends was asking earlier today, like about 4 o'clock in the morning, because they run the video cameras, they said that they didn't have no camera. But now I came and it was a lady. She said that she heard music.
That's why she got her arm in her sleeve talking to the police. Please don't make me go back to the police frequency and show y'all what the police was saying on the walkie-talkie. Shamaya will be hearing all of this shit, bruh. You see the game that this lady, man, shirt is live. Man, no. I need 50 shirts right now. Let's get the cap. No, come on, gang. Let's get those shirts up right now. That's why she got a walkie-talkie in the sleeve. Heard what Miss Teresa said?
Because they run the video cameras, they said that they didn't have no camera. But now I came and it was a lady. She said that she heard music. And she asked me that I want to go upstairs, and we went upstairs on the 11th floor, and it was someone came to the room, and she said that she did see my daughter there with a group of girls, and a couple.
So make a long story short, when the police said it looked like a struggle on the 11th floor, that when Miss Teresa was up there at one song. When that police was up there at one song, Miss Teresa was up there at one song. And guess who didn't have reception on their phone? The trans. Boy. Now y'all see that? Let me repeat this so we on the same track. Miss Teresa said, yeah, when I went on the 11th floor, think about the binoculars when the police, what time the police said they would be in the parking lot with binoculars, with family members, witnessing the struggle. I played the video. What time the police, check this out. What time the police will be in the parking lot with binoculars, with family, and Leonora pointing to the police officer. Man, look, it look like a struggle up there, don't it? Yeah, it look like a struggle, right? Yeah, it do look like a struggle, right? Guess what time they said this shit was going on? And you got Shamaya with a walkie-talkie? At what time? Please don't make me go back to the goddamn video, bruh. Cause we need that. We need this like a test. This like a you been in payout class, you know what I'm talking about? Man, Trey Gang got tests and shit, you know. Your ass flunked, that's on you, you know. Then I'm gonna let everybody know, yeah, he made an F, goddammit. Yeah, you too, sugar baby. You know, you got an F2, you know what I'm saying? These the one that graduate, you know, to get the grade. Everybody gonna find out what grade that you know what I'm about. So watch this. If the police would be at their hotel and equip Shamaya with a walkie-talkie. Now this at Tucson. They equip this girl with a walkie-talkie. Everybody see the route they, you know what I'm saying, going through. Come to the lower level. Boom. Once you go to the lower level, come out and go out the lobby and come back to the, you know what I'm saying, the kitchen, right? And this at Tucson. Listen to this shit.
Yesterday, like about 4 o'clock in the morning, because they run the video cameras, they said that they didn't have no cameras. But now I came and it was a lady. She said that if she heard music, and she asked me that I want to go upstairs, and we went upstairs on the 11th floor, and it was someone came to the room, and she said that she did see my daughter there with a group of girls and a couple of guys, but just. That's all she just saw because she was busy trying to get reception on her phone.
All right, well then, you know what? Are you sure you don't mean the Crown Plaza in Rosemont?
Yes, yes it is. I'm sorry, the Crown Plaza in Rosemont. That's exactly where it's at. I'm
okay,
so sorry.
No, it's okay. And have you and you said you spoke with the
front desk? I'm sitting outside, right in front of the hotel in their parking lot right now.
And they were saying that they haven't seen your daughter. Daughter since she left, or?
No, this is a different set. This is a different new. I'm sorry, it's a new shift, and they said that they haven't seen her. Well, of course they wouldn't have seen her because this is like 3 or 4 in the morning, and I just seen that she was here because I just found the ticket where they entered this hotel. It was at 1:36 p.m. Well, hold on, this is not her ticket because this was on the 6th. My daughter wasn't here on the 6th.
Okay, and well, you know what, real quick, I'm just going to see if maybe I'm going to see if maybe she was here at all. What's your daughter's name?
Her name is Kenneka Jenkins.
So when Miss Teresa made that call at 5-something in the morning, bruh, she made this call at 5-something in the morning. Look at this footage. This at 2-something in the morning. Who would Miss Teresa would have contact if the court said in the lawsuit? What security guard Miss Teresa will be in contact with? Not French Cave, but him. Red Jacket. Lawsuit said Miss Teresa was talking to security verbally. Red jacket. The same person that will be counting Kenneka money. Everybody was like, yeah, man, look, Trey Gang showed this man count money and Kenneka supposed to be already in the freezer. Guess what time he'll be counting the money? That's finna give everything away. Cause Miss Teresa said, yeah, when I was on that 11th floor and all of this old shit, look, when he was counting the money, this finna give you the biggest tea in the world. Look what time he was counting the money. Check this out. We know he counting the money, right? Let's see what time he'll be counting the money. Let's go to this. Let's just go to this. Everybody know what time he was counting the money, right? You already got Monique for them, you know what I'm talking about? Now this at 2:19. 2:19. What time this man gonna be counting Kenneka money? Cause he got to count her money once they put her in the pool area. That's why her pockets were turned in and out. With the police department. This at 2:20. Listen to this shit.
Alright,
The
keep
room,
spell her.
the room wasn't registering her name. She came with some friends here.
No, I just want to verify. I'm about to say, I actually just came in myself. Probably been on shift for about 45 minutes, so I just want to make sure that, you know, maybe she didn't get arrested and sent on her. You know what I mean? I just want to double check everything. But
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. But it doesn't look like we had any run-ins with her last night at all. Do you think it's possible maybe she went to one of her friends' houses, or, you know, she's probably...
No, actually, because she had my car. She was driving my car. She know I don't like nobody to drive my car because my insurance will not pay for no one besides her. And
I see why Miss Teresa would say that. Cause if Zari the best friend and Kenneka, name me one video, show one video Kenneka showing that she driving the car. This is so crazy to me because y'all want to know what the mind blowing part about this shit, cause it is. When I first was watching this footage, I always wanted to know, why would they be sitting in the lobby? Black people don't sit in the lobby. You got a hotel room, whatever it is, you could throw a party, you can even throw a coke party, drunk party, whatever. Ain't nobody finna just sit in the lobby, bro. So I was like, why is they sitting in the lobby? And I'm looking at the timestamp and I'm like, it don't make sense why they would be sitting in the lobby at 4:21. It don't make sense to me. It don't make sense to me at 4:20. But it make a lot of sense to me 2 hours off at 2:20. It make a lot of sense. Cause guess what the news showed y'all this? Hold on, matter of fact, Look what they show y'all at Tucson. What? These people gave you and put everybody in conspiracy mode. That's Kenneka walking at 2-something in the morning. Look at this 2-something in the morning. That make a huge difference. Once you listen to the police audio again, where the police will be at 2-something in the morning in the hotel. Where the police will be at 2-something in the morning, right? If you identify where the police was at 2-something in the morning, so you'll be like, oh, that is Azaria walking towards the police department in the fucking goddamn kitchen to a crime scene. And you got the police talking about, yeah, stage in the back dock and shit, we watching. Can you, look, let me go down there and check those cameras. I'm gonna watch the cameras right quick. What? Really, though? Really, though? Hi, y'all. Appreciate the cash out, gang, Jack. Appreciate the cash out, gang. Shawana, I don't want to call your name out, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate that. Damn, Trey Gang, you smart. Some cash out and say, man, Trey Gang, you smart, the motherfucker. So now look. This is a conspiracy. I just want to show y'all the difference. This right here is conspiracy. Cause when you watch this footage, that's not Kenneka. Well, I think that's Kenneka. They said she roamed the hall for an hour. I don't believe that she roamed my halls for an hour. And all of this old stuff, right? So it never settled with us. So now you got to feel where Miss Teresa was coming from. They said this and I don't believe none of what them folks said. Cause nobody ain't gonna go for this type of shit, bruh. Ain't nobody finna go for this. Then you said this lady, check this out. This just to show you why Miss Teresa don't wanna fuck with Rosemont after this one. Because of this shit. Hey, Miss Teresa, we need, look, we're gonna have the best friend walking down the hall. We're gonna be down there. No, we don't need to do that. Why we don't need to do that? Cause look, if anybody in the near future gonna show what's really going on at 2:00. No, well, people like movies and they in conspiracy mode, so we get away with this. No, I'm not going with that. Then Andrew Holmes like, look, Mr. Reese, I'm talking about, let me help you out here. You see what I'm saying? So if you look at what Mitch Reese said and Irene said, oh, she was in the lobby drunk, and they talking about she was staggering, I don't believe that, and they said it was at 320. 320 is 120. That you see Kenneka in the lobby meeting up with a dude. So guess what? They got the best friend out here, so that's get living over. Say, yeah, say she was still in the room. Watch this. Say she was still in the room, and when she came out the room, when the manager came in and said, yeah, that's the manager though. She was fat, she was sitting there drunk, so she had to come up missing around 3-some instead of 2-some. Cause look what 2-some would show on the footage. Look what 2-some would show on the footage. That's why the news say she was roaming the hall living over because you fucked us up with that edit live video. Cause living over got the upper hand, and Mitch Reese and the best friend, they got the upper hand because they release a video live at a particular time frame. At this time, to show her still in the room, cause that 2-some. Check this out. According to Irene and Living Nora, according to that narrative, where Kenneka gonna be at Tucson in the room? In the room. All because we were entertained by TY live video, Irene live video. We heard Kenneka and girl, enjoy yourself. But we didn't even put a timestamp on that, right? So since we didn't put a timestamp on that, so Living Over like, yeah, look, at Tucson, she was in the room, all this shit. Y'all remember when Trey Gang used to be like, y'all look, I got so much tea. Do y'all think that I need to reach out to Miss Teresa? You know what I'm saying? Or the information, cause I know, you know what I'm saying? Guess what? People were like, nope. No. Certain people were like, yeah, Trey Gang, reach out Miss Teresa. But the whole time that people was already coming to me, you know what I'm saying, from the family, and it was man, this shit so. This shit so crazy, cause you wanna know why? The news reporter asked Living Nora about the girl with the white tee on. Guess who her baby daddy is? That's the crazy part about it. That's the crazy part about it. Guess who her baby daddy is? Y'all remember Charles Dorsey in the beginning of the case? Guess who his baby mama is? If you find out, guess who his baby mama is, and then you look at this girl, this white chick, won't it make sense? Be like, damn, that's why they got Chloe, like Chloe, same bloodline. Like, damn, you got these people mammies and shit. This is like my son get caught up in some shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna protect my son, you know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna protect my son. But if it's like some wrong shit, I don't condone and no wrong, you know what I'm saying? No, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna turn you, I ain't gonna snitch on you. I'm gonna protect you the best way I can. But when we get in behind closed doors, I'm gonna punish you, you know what I'm talking about? Check this out. Watch this. Thumb me up if we all agree this at Tucson. At 220. Thumb me up if you agree with me this at 220. And I'm going to show you the difference. Guess what the news said? This at 220. Right? They said this was at 220. This conspiracy mode. Cause when they showed the footage, they were like, damn. They show her getting off on the elevator at Tucson. And then look at her titties. Kenneka, that ain't Kenneka titties. I done seen Kenneka body, bro. Kenneka always, you know what I'm saying? She got a petite shape. But when it comes to the titties, this the best friend titties. So watch this. This the propaganda. This is what they did. Let's show this at Tucson instead of this at Tucson. Cause when the news reporter asked the white, asked Living Nora about the white, well, she didn't say her race. She said the girl with the white tee on had a knife in her hand. And Living Nora said, I saw that video. If the police didn't tell me she was a staff, or, you know, they didn't tell us about it. And they talking about a particular timestamp. So when they asked that question, this would be at Tucson. So what the police said at Tucson, wouldn't you see this? Please repeat it back to me, gang. Cause if you get the answer right, it will be well worth for the new people come in and be like, damn, man, them folk cold over there, bro. What the police said at Tucson? If anybody tell me what the police said on their frequency at Tucson, and Trey Gang said, look, y'all, listen, knock 2 hours up on the police frequency. Like on the footage, you knock 2 hours down, but the police frequency knock 2 hours up. And now you see how much Leonora had power and the best friend. Yeah. Hold up. I need an answer, gang. I need an answer, gang. I just started my live video. Will I listen to the audio? This the timestamp. Remember this. Now we finna go back to the footage. And then look what you see in that Tucson. You can't be confused, bro. If you act like you confused on this one, you gotta be an op. Cause I was like, man, look, it's a lot of people out here that's ops. You know what I'm saying? And goddamn it, it's simple. If you can't comprehend it, you gotta be an op, or you need a short yellow bus. Check this out. You see how she rubbing her head against the wall? Look at Kenneka breasts. When I seen this image, I'm like, man, nah, that ain't Kenneka titties there. Kenneka got plump titties herself, but they don't sit like this. Her best friend do. That's why they needed images around the chest and the scratch. Have y'all noticed when you see allegedly they said this supposed to be Kenneka? Have you noticed if you look at the chest part? Look at the chest part. Look. Big heels, boom. Look at this shit. How was her hair? How was her hair? Check this out. What did the police say what was going down there Tucson? I'm gonna put it like this again. Right here. I went live and said, y'all listen. You heard what that police officer said? Everybody said, yeah. And I said, man, look, thumb me up if you knock 2 hours off. Agree with me. If you knock 2 hours off the footage, you got to agree with me what the police said. They said, yeah. So if you agree to all of that, what the police said what was going on around 2-something in the morning? I'm finna end the live right now. Cause ain't nobody finna say, oh yeah, they said this Trey Gang, they said that. If you check this out, you would never understand why she would be with T.Y. Do y'all know who she really is? Hold on, wait, watch this. Hold up, check this out. This shit so crazy. Bruh, this is a crazy shit. Hold up. Hold up. What the police were talking about at 220. 220. We give it 220. Uh-oh. I don't see nobody answering that question right. I don't see nobody answering none of that shit right. What the police were talking about at Tucson? I tell you what, check this out. I'ma give everybody 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I'm so cold with this shit, bruh. I'm so cold with this shit. And it's just showing me that, man, Trey Gang, look. The public love you. You got followers, they love you. But they still ain't hearing you, bruh. They listen to the tea. They sipping the tea. But they ain't listening though, bruh. Cause they ain't answered the fucking question yet. What the police was saying at 2-something in the morning? Check this out. This at 2:20 in the morning. This at 2:20 in the morning. Who you see? Boom. This at 2-something in the fucking morning. And Miss Teresa said this shit. Hold up. The news said this shit.
And
see her a few hours later by herself. At one point, she stumbles out of an elevator. Later, she repeatedly hits the wall walking down this hallway. Another camera catches her running into a stairwell and then catching her fall. Video time codes appear to show Kenneka roaming the hotel for over an hour.
If you heard what the police said, you would have a field day laughing at this shit.
she's trying to find her way, and no one from Crown Plaza Hotel responds to her.
Around 3:30 a.m., Kenneka enters a lower-level kitchen in the hotel. She walks out of frame, but then she's captured walking here on another camera.
Oh, listen to the police, how everything went down. Watch what the police said. You can't answer that? Answer this right quick. What the police were talking about at 2:30. Going on 3, even at 1 o'clock. Do you see Monifa head? It's over with. What time the police said, hey, yeah, you know, we need an ambulance and stuff. Oh, y'all got a stage at the back dock? Uh-oh. Stage at the back dock. Avoid front of the building. Come through audio. Ooh. Oh, now you see why? To keep the parking lot covered up. Cause guess what Miss Teresa would tell you? Yeah, you know that's what I'm talking about, payout game. Look what you see, and you heard what the police, so you know they finna meet up with the police. That's why somebody got to walk and talking. That's why at this certain time, at 2-some, listen to what Leonora said. Man, we got 5-0. They said 240. They said 250. Oh, you got videos, so you mean to tell me that's why you show everybody TY live videos showing, yeah, the manager at the door, and that's why he was like, yeah, you know, it was the same route. It was the same route. Peas, it's the same route. Look.
But we still don't see her entering the freezer.
I want to see her literally actually walking into this freezer and closing us up within this freezer.
I want all of the recordings, all of the communications, all of the reports, the statements, that were taken. I want to know the individuals that were there.
Tonight, Rosemont police say 31 people were at the party with Kenneka inside the hotel room, booked with a fraudulent credit card. Police say they're still trying to identify and find 15 of the partygoers. Meanwhile, autopsy and toxicology results have yet to be released.
Why is Kenneka dead? That's where we need to be. We will get to the bottom of it. We will only go to where the facts lead.
So you got the police working with the family and the gang members. I would sound crazy to the people that's, you know what I'm saying, that's uneducated when it comes to the Illuminati and Freemasonry. Freemason and Illuminati is totally different things. Freemasonry is a religion that's been, you know what I'm saying, that's been decades before Jesus came. You could find out who started Freemason when it comes to the 12 tribes of Israelites. You know what I'm saying? The 12 tribes. If you did some research, you'll be like, damn, this shit really go deep. Cause guess what? He was the one that told everybody there was employees in the kitchen, but couldn't explain, was like, well, if she was in the kitchen with the employees, why they didn't prevent her walking the freezer? He didn't have a question for that. Why? And the court paper was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, Kenneka was seen with staff members. And guess what time they says they're gonna see her with staff member? At 3-something in the morning. If you watch this footage at 3-something in the morning, that's why they said they carry her. All the YouTubers that know what's going on, that's why they say they carry her in the freezer at 3-something. But when it comes to the news at 3-something, they put people in the goddamn garbage. Well, look.
Surveillance video shows Kenneka Jenkins walking with friends at the Crown Plaza Hotel early Saturday morning. We see her a few hours later by herself.
3 hours later. And this supposed to be at 3-something in the morning. And look how heavily pixelated it is. Why you think it's heavily pixelated? Because that's not Kenneka, bro. That's not even the girl, that's the best friend. Check this out. This will be the same time frame.
At one point, she stumbles out of an elevator. Later, she repeatedly hits the wall walking down this hallway. Another camera catches her running into a stairway.
Everybody like, look, that ain't Kenneka. She too thick, her breast big. Everybody noticed that. Then when Trey Gang was like, man, look, that's Zaria. Boy, that's Zaria. And guess what? When I mentioned Zaria's name and all this shit, when the bitch died and all this old shit, I been mentioning Zaria's name when the bitch died, bruh. And I don't give a fuck who listening to me. I don't got no respect for the bitch, cause the bitch was in my motherfucking goddamn Facebook group controlling shit, bruh. I'm so fucking mad, bruh. You wanna know why I'm mad? I'm really mad, man. I'm knocking over the microphone and everything. Cause look. Everybody know Trey Gang, man. Trey Gang, man, mentioned Zaria. Trey Gang told everybody, was like, yeah, look. I don't like Zaria because for the simple fact, man, this lady tricked me like, Trey Gang, I see what you're doing. You want just for Kenneka. And I'm like, yeah, that's all I want. You know, just for Kenneka. And this bitch talking about, look, I got some secret tea, like, and that's what will put me on the map. And all of a sudden, everybody praising this bitch because this bitch drowned. Everybody praising this bitch because this bitch drowned on a motherfucking boat. Man, this shit, like, man, this is crazy to me. Oh, she drowned on the boat. I'm sorry, you know, I'm sorry, you know. Fuck that bitch. That's just like Jeffrey Dahmer. When he died, goddamn it. You want to show up at it from, oh, Jeffrey Dahmer, I'm sorry you had to die, man. You agreed over him? Man, this shit ain't even worth it. I'm out, y'all.